How are we going to start this?
I thought about it for a while, and I never came to a conclusion on what to start
I've
with.
thought about this the whole entire day. How are we going to start? How are we going to finish? How are we even going to talk to each other without being, cringe?
Oh yeah. But
Yes.
that's what the name is. Bad English podcast.
Yes.
If the name had been this is a fantastic podcast. Då hade then it had been cringe.
Yeah.
But
It is what it is.
let's start and see where we end.
Yeah.
Back from a little break, and we have me, Matti, and a new host.
And I've thought about this the whole day too. How am I going to pronounce my name? Because my name, it sounds like a perverted French guy, Johannes Lind. Maddie Martinez. It sounds so much better.
Yeah, but the names are always Swedish, so we don't care about names.
So you say Johannes and Matti.
Yeah.
Matti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Johannes.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
We had Johan. Johan was in 3 episodes, and so I asked, who's funny and equally as bad in English as me? Jojo. I think Johannes is almost. I think you're better than me in English, but we don't know.
I don't know. I've thought about it when we were in the States when we visited LA.
Yeah,
and that police officer at the airport. I was so nervous, and I thought, oh my god, are they even gonna let me in this country? Because there was something wrong with my passport. It expires within 6 months or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, "Hi, good day, sir." No, he wasn't English. He was American. "Hi, sir. It's okay." And I was like, "Yeah, fine, thank you."
No drugs, no bombs, no drugs.
No. Snus. No. So when my English matters, then it's terrible.
Yeah.
Very terrible.
But the English is hard even when you're beyond the 3 sentences in a row. Then it's hard. My English has been on in training. I train jiu-jitsu, and we have a lot of people only speaking English there.
Yeah.
So when I'm tired as hell, and when I ask things, I see them disappear in the. I don't listen to you anymore. I don't listen to words coming out.
No. Yeah.
Oh, so embarrassing. So my English hasn't improved, I can say.
No. All right.
And,
mine either.
No. But the thing is, when you're arriving to the States, I don't know if a lot of people knows this, but you got some questions from the authorities when you land in the USA, for example. And they're always, what you're doing in this country, how long are you staying? But if they ask more questions, then you're screwed.
Yeah. I just see the plastic gloves.
Yeah. 3 dogs. Me. How's your English background, except of the States incident?
In my English background, we have some at my work. We have some customers who talks English, but I go and hide sometimes because I don't want to talk English today. No, because it seems like everybody's watching me and how is he gonna handle this now? Yeah, so,
does he know that word?
Yeah, glad that's not me. So, but most of my English is pretty much watching TV shows and play video games and stuff. So. Basically, only that.
Yeah. I hear those fill out words. I have them too.
Yeah. And, the fill out words. Yeah. My girlfriend said that she's like American English style. She talks English all the time at her work, and she's like basically this blah, 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 blah. So she always overshines me.
My girlfriend's better than me too, so I hate it. How were you in school in English? Did you have good grades?
In school we had this, the school English, I prefer to talk the American English because it sounds much cooler.
It's cool, and you grew up with it.
Yeah, I grew up with it in the TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
But the school English is I can't. It's always we had this English teacher. She was this perfectly, articulate English old school.
British.
She can't. I am, and you are stuff like this. So we hated her. But that's the English that I learned from the start.
Yeah, but that one never sticks. The British English never sticks from school.
But sometimes when you get to talk some English to someone and you don't talk it too much, then it comes out of nowhere. It's,
but then the Swinglish can come out, and you just talk.
I love the Swinglish.
Yes. But it's more embarrassing to put on the American accent and you only know 5 words.
Yeah.
So it's better to speak the Swinglish version.
Yes, you talk like this. You always talk and the sentence in E.
Yes.
Yes.
It's almost like Australian accent when they go up at the end.
Har du another shrimp on the barbie?
On the barbie? Yeah.
On the barbie?
I always go up. I never understood that. Even when they're arguing with each other in relationships, they go up at the end.
They will, yeah.
Did you sleep with her?
Well,
Yep. As you are new to the show, we have to check your how good are your English? Is your English? Are your English?
How good
is your English? I think.
How good are you
in English?
In England,
or as our teacher would say, how good are you?
How good are you? How good are you at English?
Yeah, and you always had those at the front row in school, in class. Teacher, I know.
I know the answer.
I went to Oxford. We have a list of English-speaking countries, how good they are. It's called the English Proficiency Index. And from 1 to 111, you're going to put yourself, how good you are. You're going to rate yourself from 1 to 111.
1 to 111 to speak English.
How good you think you are yourself.
I think.
111 is... 1 is the greatest, and the 111 is sand.
If I have to speak English to someone who's fluently English, I know I'm going to, so I would say probably like 211, 72.
70. I thought me and Johan was like 60 or 70 also.
All right.
Weren't we 72? But let's try 72. It's Mongolia.
Mongolia, all right.
Yeah. Now you have a number for Mongolia, so let's try. The clock is 2:30 in Mongolia now, so
wakey, eggs and bakey. Hello? Hello, you speak English? Sorry, excuse me? You speak English?
I don't understand.
So I was thinking maybe you had some rooms available?
Huh?
Yeah?
5 minutes is telephone care.
It's just sounds.
Yeah. She hung up.
Okay. We can establish that you're better than Mongolia.
Yes, I think so. Very much.
You don't make sound effects when you talk English.
No, did you even get a word? What she said? I don't. Yeah. Okay.
You may be bad in English, but room and reservation are 2 words you have to know when you work at a hotel. I think.
Yes, I think so too.
Maybe I'm too strict for that, but I think so.
Yeah.
But you're better than 70.
I'm better than Mongolians.
72.
Yeah.
That's
So I would say probably like 11.
nice to know that you're the one.
Yeah, better than 72.
Yeah.
All right.
But better than a Mongolian tired working night shift in a hotel.
Yeah.
Making a beatboxer, maybe she was.
Yeah, it sure sounded like it.
We know each other from my other podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for the coffee in English.
Thanks for the coffee.
It's so bad name in English. It's horrible. In Swedish,
but
better.
in Swedish,
It works.
it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
And you're editing our podcast. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how we start to know each other.
Yeah, and now we play a lot of video games.
Mm?
And I've thought about it now when we are going to do this English podcast. We should, play more video games with like English people. We had that crazy German guy.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think maybe we can meet some more people like that online.
That's where I noticed that we can have fun in English when we met the German guy.
We met the German.
We played Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warzone.
and Warzone, yeah, and we needed one more, and there was a German adding to the group. It's Friday once a week.
It's Friday, man.
Yeah.
And the first thing he said, I'm Adolf.
I'm the Führer.
I'm the Führer, he said.
Yeah,
So
he said that. We didn't say
yeah,
that. He
yeah.
said that.
he was taking drugs too, so
Yeah.
he
And we can
wasn't-
say it like this. He told us his name was Führer.
Yeah.
So
So
we didn't know.
you can't blame us for that one.
No.
He can say that he's a Führer because he's German.
He's German. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the F pass.
The Führer pass, yeah.
The F pass.
Yeah. And if he's blue-eyed and has his hair on the side, he doesn't have the pass anymore.
No.
And then he has
That's
to
true.
give it back.
Yeah.
There have to be a German Jewish man to say I'm the Führer. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
But it was fun. You can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but we can link it.
We can link it.
Every episode we're gonna have word of the day, word of the
Yeah.
week.
The word of the week.
Do you know the word whom?
Whom?
WHOM.
Whom? You say like whom?
It's the rule for whom is so hard. I never understood it.
No.
It's who did that? Whom?
No. Whom?
Isn't that the Office thing too? Whom? They talk about whom in the Office.
It's whoever, not whomever. No, it's whomever. No, whomever is never actually right.
Isn't that Friends? Ross says whom when he corrects someone who says who, or it's actually whom.
Who gets whom?
Yeah. Maybe it's maybe it's Friends.
I think so.
But that's one thing we have in common too. We love The Office.
The Office, yeah.
The only Office.
The only Office, the American Office.
Yeah, the only one.
Yeah.
It's like saying I love McDonald's, the American McDonald's. It's
Yeah,
like
no.
saying that.
Do you ever say whom? Have you ever said it?
Have I ever said a whole
Whom?
sentence without problems? I don't think.
No.
So I can't. Whom? I
Whom?
never.
Should we look it up? Whom?
I did once, and I ended up playing games.
Used instead of who as
Yeah.
the object of a verb or preposition. Whom did he marry? Question mark. Who?
So
It's actually who, but whom?
I'm so lost now. I'm so
Yeah.
lost.
Me too.
Were you good in Swedish in class?
No. No.
Do you know preposition and
No.
No, me neither.
No,
so
no,
so I don't.
I'm
I don't.
terrible at that.
I was afraid that when you continue reading, I thought, yeah, you know what preposition is.
Preposition. Preposition is a good word.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe preposition can be the word of the week.
Yeah, sure. Preposition could actually be that. Yeah.
Preposition, a word governing and usually preceding a noun or pronoun and expressing a relation to another word or element in the clause.
Help me. Yeah. We both gone through school without problems. We didn't go to any problem school.
But this is how do you say it? This is over course.
Yeah, the one at the front row in British from Oxford.
Preposition of the exclamation of the problemation in the nation is the bration.
Yeah, one other thing I love is the Emancipation Proclamation.
Emancipation Proclamation, isn't that a rap song?
It's Wu-Tang says it,
Yeah.
but it's when Lincoln did it.
Emancipation Proclamation. No. All right, I know.
I think it's it's deep waters now, but I think it has something with slavery to do. When Lincoln freed the slavery in the Civil War, I think.
Okay. That's not on our level. Maybe,
No.
maybe in some episodes we're there, but not now. Not now.
Welcome to the 463rd episode of
Yes, and today we're going to talk about proclamation.
Yeah.
Emancipation. Yeah.
I don't know which song it is. I think it's on 36 Chambers. The Emancipation or Proclamation. Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
Louis Rowe, I'm gonna give it to you. You know, trivia. It's
trivia.
that Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, you're correct. And it's from the 36 Chambers.
Okay, I don't know. I don't remember what the song is called. You're better at rap than me. I'm more of a rock and roll guy.
That's a difference. You love those concerts when the singer is sore throat after the concert.
Screaming his lungs out.
Mm-hmm. What's the best group right now?
I would say Parkway Drive, always.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite band since I was in high school, and they have been going strong for like 20 years now. So
okay.
I've been listening to them since I was like, 13, 14, and they're still going strong. So I would say
they aren't that big, right?
no, they've gotten kind of big now.
Okay.
They're doing headlines of shows and stuff, but it's only in their genre of music.
Okay.
So they are pretty big in that genre, but I couldn't go to my neighbor and ask who's Parkway Drive, and they would like, oh, no, it sounds, maybe. They would like, oh, I don't know. Okay, do you know, I don't know, Veronica Maggio? Yes.
Yes.
It's,
Swedish pop sensation.
Exactly.
How did you discover Parkway Drive?
You know, when you're young and you rebellious, I had, that episode when you either you listen to like dark rap music and you fuck or you listen to a bunch of punk rock and emotional stuff. When I had that episode in my life in high school, rebellious punk rock, and you just stumble over some bands, and some of them stick, some of them does not. So from the start it was like nostalgia. It's always been, but now I've listened to Parkway feels like all my life. So
okay.
It's hard to, break those chains.
Yeah, but you talking about Emancipation Proclamation, break those chains.
Yeah,
you're a bit younger than me. Did you download music in your high school?
I am younger than you, but since
you don't have to yell it out. It's just you can just state it. Yes, you're a bit younger than me.
I am younger than you.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, what is it like? It's a couple of years. Never mind. But since I edit the Tack för kaffet, Thanks for the Coffee podcast, I have gotten to know you on another level than you know me, and like when you grow up, it's not very different from the way I grew up. I also grew up with two sisters. You have more sisters, I think. And the evolution of technology from when I was young and when you were young wasn't, I listened to music on an old cassette recorder.
Okay.
I did, and I am pretty young, but not so young. I am 31 years old, but I had this Walkman, and I plugged it into our radio and recorded songs on that tape recorder. It's a tape recorder.
But that's how old were you? Were you 15?
No, I would say I was like 5 or 6 or something.
Okay.
So we've been through this evolution in technology.
Yeah.
At the same time, but I was a lot younger. But I've always, since I was small, I always had this thing for technical stuff, and I always wanted to learn something about everything. So I had this tape recorder, and I had a mini disc player and CD freestyle, and so
I love those mini discs.
Yeah, and when we downloaded music. I know because my older sister, she's in your age.
Yeah.
She's dead now. No. No, but she helped us because the hype around everything with download music and stuff and the computer. She brought it home to us, and we learned it like that. Because we wanted to do what she did on the computer and stuff.
You learned it, but you learned it younger than I did.
Yeah, exactly. But I know since you've talked about it a lot. The good old days when you and I was like, I was in the good old days too.
But when you're born? 91.
91. Yeah.
91. Yeah, and I'm 84. So it's 3 years. We're 3 years from
3-4 years difference there. Yeah,
and it isn't that much. That's interesting. You were just younger.
But when you downloaded music, you downloaded on. Did you use LimeWire?
Yeah. LimeWire, Kazaa, C++.
C++, yeah.
And then
DC++.
No, just C++.
C++, DC++. What is?
Sorry, Direct Connect. Yeah, C++ was a coding program. Yeah, DC.
Yeah, DC++.
Yeah, it was a Direct Connect.
Yeah, and it's funny when you downloaded it, you thought you were downloading a music video, and it was like porn.
Yes. That was so insane because back in those days you have to go to the store, listen to the CD and buy it. Yeah. But when this from CD to internet, it was insane. It was so fast to get it from the computer to the mini disc, it was so interesting.
Yeah, I remember I was watching. We had this called ZTV. They showed the music videos and stuff.
It was like a Swedish MTV.
Yeah, because I remember I loved watching ZTV. I was just having it on, and I could sit and just watch music videos for hours.
Yeah, I loved it too.
And when a song I liked came on, I turned up the volume, and I was like, I want this album. And I always wished for Christmas gifts and stuff. So I want this album.
But you only like one song. You only like one song. Why do you want the whole album?
I want the whole album.
Just because I wanted to have the physical, copy of everything.
And the smell.
I
love the smell of the papers inside.
I love the smell of Limp Bizkit's Chocolate Starfish.
Oh, Chocolate Starfish.
Yeah. And everybody in my age had this CD at home. I actually had 2 copies. I wonder if you had one or if you were older. But Dr. Bombay, I had 2 copies of Dr. Bombay's Rice and Curry album.
Yeah, it was the most racial thing ever, Dr. Bombay. It was a Swedish guy copying an Indian He had a character.
Isn't he international? Is it a Swedish guy really?
No,
Isn't
no,
he
I think he got to Germany and Poland and Russia. I don't think he's South America or something. I don't think that.
Okay.
But that was insane. The period of Dr. Mumbai.
Yeah, I had 2 copies of that. So I got it for,
Why do you have 2?
I got it for Christmas or as a birthday gift. I don't know.
Yeah.
I had 2 copies, and I one copy in the tape recorder.
A CD stereo.
A CD stereo, yeah. A small one. We had a small one. Me and my sister, we had one, which we shared. And my mom had a bigger stereo, and I had one CD in the little one and one in the big stereo, and I always played fucking Dr. Bombay.
Those songs are so... They're mostly annoying now, the songs.
Yeah.
It's always
But still a little catchy.
Yeah, very catchy. You can play. Swedish musicians back in those days were very catchy.
Yeah.
I think that's the episode.
That's the episode.
Yeah, the first one with me and Johannes.
Yeah, and this is just a small part on what we are going to talk about. I think we have a lot to learn, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on the way on the road.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't you think too that it feels better now than we started off this
Yes.
episode?
I think I'm gonna start talking English all night now.
Yeah, until you speak to your girlfriend.
She overshines me and slaps me in the face and
Go to England.
Go to f***ing England, you f***ing wank.
Yeah, and thank you for listening and watching Bad English Podcast.
Bad English Podcast.
Yeah. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.